On a battlefield filled with artillery fire, a boy dragged a box of ammunition, running through trenches under heavy gunfire, to deliver supplies to the front-line soldiers. After delivering the ammunition, Sergei learned that the telephone line had been cut. If it wasn't reconnected quickly, the battle could be lost. So Sergei immediately ran out of the shelter, followed the wire with his small hands, and bravely crawled out of the trench. He crept forward under a hail of bullets, with shells exploding all around him, yet he showed no fear. He reached the side of a dying signalman, and learned how to reconnect the line. Then he found the other broken section, and finally succeeded in restoring the connection. With communications restored, the command post was able to direct the battle again, turning the tide of the fight. Thus Sergei earned another commendation. After the battle ended, the Soviet forces began to withdraw to the rear. Suddenly, a massive explosion rang out. A truck had rolled over an anti-tank mine. Fortunately, there were no casualties, and they finally made it safely back to camp. While the captain was reporting to the general, Sergei suddenly ran in, asking the captain for his task of the day. The captain told him to inspect the uniforms of 2nd Company. Receiving his order, Sergei ran off excitedly to carry it out. The soldiers were delighted to see him. One veteran even offered him his treasured chocolate, but Sergei insisted on being strict and impartial. He ordered all the soldiers to line up for inspection. The men cooperated, quickly forming ranks. Sergei told those with worn-out shoes to step forward, and then reminded the company commander to write down their names. After completing his duty, he handed the list to the general. The general praised Sergei, and the captain felt proud of him as well. In November 1942, Sergei joined the 142nd Regiment, with his captain to fight in the Battle of Stalingrad. That night, the Germans launched a sudden attack. A shell landed directly on the captain's command post, burying him under the dirt. Sergei rushed to remove the beams and free him. He tried with all his strength, but the wood wouldn't budge, so he ran to find the engineers. Together they rescued the captain and several officers. If not for Sergei, the captain would have suffocated to death. Looking at his father lying in bed, the brave Sergei finally wept. He was terrified of losing another parent. This film is based on a true story. In 1943, Sergei received a medal for valor, as well as a Walther pistol as a prize. Even though still a child, he was wounded multiple times in battle, once by a mortar blast, yet he chose to remain at the front, doing his part in the war. It wasn't until 1944, as the German army began to collapse, that the Soviet Union discharged all boy soldiers and child fighters. Sergei was honorably discharged. He lived until 1990, when he passed away at the age of 54.